I shouldn't be alive. They told me Earth was gone, wiped clean in a single day. Orbital strikes. Bioplague clouds. Kinetic rods dropped from orbit like divine wrath. My name is Marcus Hale, survivor of the UNSC Argonaut star. The last registered human still breathing. Or at least the last one anyone knows about. I came here chasing a rumor. An alien trader on a forgotten outpost mumbled about a forbidden place, *Sorcari Vaughan*, the city that breathes. He was drunk. Missing half his jaw. But the way his eyes trembled when he said the name, that stuck with me. I wasn't supposed to find it. No maps. No coordinates. Just half-spoken myths of a living city in the Jareth Expanse, a desert so dead it cracks starship hulls with heat alone. But I had no choice. My ship was failing. My scrubbers were redlining. My options were simple: die in the void or risk the city of nightmares. It rose from the dunes like something ancient and alive. Not built, but grown, spires like ribs, gates like a yawning mouth. The walls shimmered, oily and black, reflecting stars that didn't exist. And when I stepped forward, the gates didn't creak open, they *side star. A slow, wet exhale. I stepped inside, pulse hammering, every instinct screaming to run. The air was warm, damp, and heavy with something that clung to the back of my throat, like mold and blood and memory. And then I saw them. Statues. Lining the corridor like sentries. At first I thought they were stone. Until I looked closer. They weren't carved. They were human. Frozen mid-scream. Eyes wide with terror. Flesh turned to something solid and shining, but unmistakably real. I whispered to myself, barely breathing. What the hell happened here? I stepped closer to one of the statues, dread tightening around my chest like a vice. The figure was a woman, young, maybe in her 20s. Her hands were raised as if to block something, her mouth frozen mid-scream. Her eyes, they were still wet. Glossy. Alive somehow. I reached out, half expecting her to move, to breathe, to *snap star. My fingers brushed her cheek. It wasn't stone. It wasn't metal. It felt like skin left out in the cold too long, hard, but not dead. Warm, just barely. My hand jerked back as if I'd touched a live wire. I stumbled away, my footsteps echoing too loud in the breathless corridor. The walls pulsed, slow and rhythmic. Like a heartbeat. Faint, but steady. And then the whisper came. Marcus. It was barely audible. A hiss of breath just behind my ear. I spun around, weapon drawn, but there was nothing. Just those human statues, watching me. No, feeling me. I could sense it, something brushing the edge of my consciousness like fingers on the back of my skull. More whispers followed. Familiar voices. My brother Jonah. My old commander. My mother. Each one clear as if they stood beside me. They were all dead. I clenched my jaw and pressed forward, deeper into the city's dark arteries. The walls narrowed, contracting slightly with every few steps. Lights flickered from within the flesh-like surfaces, not bulbs, not wiring. Bioluminescent star. The city wasn't built. It was grown star. The realization settled into my bones like lead. This place wasn't architecture, it was biology. A living organism shaped like a city, fed by something I didn't yet understand. And whatever it was feeding on, I was already part of it. I followed the pulses, those rhythmic thumps through the walls, like I was being pulled by some grotesque umbilical cord. The air got thicker, clinging to my skin like film. Every breath felt wrong, as if I were inhaling someone else's memory. Then, I entered a chamber that felt sacred. Circular, vast, and disturbingly organic star. The floor pulsed beneath my boots. The walls were lined with strange membranes, twitching like they were dreaming. At the center was her. suspended in a cradle of bone and sinew that grew straight from the ground. A being unlike anything I'd seen in 2 decades of exploring fringe systems. Her limbs bent in ways that defied physics, her body constantly shifting form as if uncertain what it wanted to be. She didn't speak at first. She just looked at me, with 6 black, liquid eyes that pierced through layers of flesh and thought. Then her voice came, not aloud, but inside me. A thought pushed with too much weight. I am Zirthala, archivist of the perished. I staggered. I hadn't said a word. You walk among echoes, she continued. This city is not death, it is remembrance. I demanded answers. I demanded to know why the statues looked like humans. Why they were here. She unfurled one grotesque limb and gestured to the wall. It parted like tissue, revealing a grotesque tapestry of suspended bodies. Not just humans, aliens of all kinds, caught in the same terrible half-death. We preserve what was lost, she said. The Altari made this place to remember the fallen, and your species burned so brightly, we had to know *Y star. The chamber darkened. And so we collected you, as one collects stars before they flicker out. I followed Zirthala into another chamber, my legs moving without permission, like the city itself was guiding me. She didn't walk, she glided, suspended in her cradle of bone and neural fibers, pulsing with each step I took. We entered a hall that stretched beyond sight, its ceiling a translucent dome through which a violet sky flickered, despite us being buried deep underground. The walls were made entirely of mirrors, thousands of them, angled, distorted, overlapping like a kaleidoscope of lost worlds. But they didn't reflect *me star. Each mirror showed a human moment, frozen in time. A child clutching a toy as fire rained from above. A soldier with blood streaming down his face, holding the line. A woman, her mouth open in defiance, standing atop rubble with a broken flag in hand. Final moments. All of them. The mirrors were archives, preserved deaths, harvested agony. I walked past them, heart pounding, as the scenes played on infinite repeat. None of the reflections acknowledged me. Until one did. It was me. But not *me now star. Older. Hunched. Worn. I was screaming, reaching out, fingers grey and cracking, mouth twisted in panic. My body slowly turned to stone in the reflection, starting at the fingertips, creeping toward my chest. It wasn't my past. It wasn't my imagination. It was my future star. Zirthala drifted beside me, her voice echoing like static through a dream. This is the fate of all who stay. The archive must feed. Pain gives shape to memory. Emotion makes it eternal. I staggered back, the mirror version of me still screaming silently. The city wasn't just remembering us. It was consuming us, one memory at a time. I couldn't tear my eyes away from the reflection, my future self frozen in terror, being devoured by the city's need to remember. I turned to Zirthala, rage boiling beneath my skin. Why? I asked, my voice cracking. Why us? Why me? She didn't flinch. Her body shifted, her limbs unraveling, reforming into something vaguely human, as if mocking me. Your kind was never meant to last, she said. You were violent, reckless, beautiful in your defiance. Most species break when faced with annihilation. But humans. Her eye shimmered with something between awe and horror. You resisted star. Even in death, your minds refused to surrender. Your memories clawed back to the surface. You screamed into the void long after your bodies were ash. That persistence, that rage, it fascinated us. I clenched my fists. So you made a prison out of our pain. She tilted her head. An archive. A living one. Your agony was pure. Raw. It was truth. The Altari wanted to preserve that fire. To study what makes humans impossible to erase. I backed away, hand instinctively reaching for the detonator on my belt, a last resort thermal charge built to vaporize me and everything within 30 meters. I could feel the weight of it. I could feel the choice. "You're giving me this option now?" I asked, my voice low. Ziathala's many eyes blinked slowly. "Because you are the last. And humans always choose. Fight. Flee. Burn. Sacrifice. You are the chaos we could never predict." The walls pulse faster now. The city could feel the tension. She leaned in, voice like silk dragged across razors. "So choose, Marcus Hale. Will you join your kind, or destroy everything they left behind?" I descended into the city's core, led by instinct more than direction. The corridors narrowed, walls beating faster now, like the city sensed my intent. The weight of the thermal charge on my belt grew heavier with every step, as if it too understood what was coming. The heart of the city was unlike anything I'd seen, neither mechanical nor fully organic. It hovered in the center of a vast chasm, suspended by thick tendrils that pulsed with memory light. Within it churned a storm of images, faces, screams, tears, laughter, all flickering like fireflies trapped in amber. Every moment of terror, every act of defiance, every last breath of humanity, it was all here. Preserved. Displayed. *used star. I stood on the precipice, staring down into the raw essence of what my people had become. We weren't remembered for peace. We were remembered for how we refused to die quietly. Star. I gripped the detonator, thumb hovering over the trigger. One press, and it would all be gone. The archive. The city. The parasite masquerading as a tribute. But then, something stopped me. I saw her. My sister. Ilara. She died in the first orbital strike on Earth. But here, suspended in a crystal matrix of memory, she smiled. Laughed. Her final moments played out not in agony, but in resistance. She was shielding a child. Dying on her feet. This wasn't just pain. It was legacy. Star. Maybe there was still something worth preserving. But not like this. Not under alien control. I lowered the detonator and pulled out a data spike from my wrist rig. If this place ran on human memories, then I would give it a virus made of human will star. The city wanted to remember. Now it would remember on our termed star. The moment I inserted the data spike into the neural port beneath the heart, the entire city convulsed. The tendrils shrieked, yes, actually shrieked and recoiled, twitching like severed nerves. My virus spread fast, designed not to erase, but to overwrite. To rewrite star. No more endless loops of suffering. No more statues of horror. My code stripped the fear from the memories, replaced them with resolve, courage, unity. It dug into the core systems and burned a new truth into them: humans don't exist to be mourned. We exist to defy extinction. Star. Ziathala appeared in a sudden lurch of motion, her form no longer elegant. She looked fractured, twitching, panicked. "You're corrupting the archive." "No," I said calmly, "I'm reclaiming it." She lunged, but the city itself turned on her. The code had already reached the governing neural net. Her authority was being purged. The very memories she once curated now rejected her. And in her final moment, I saw a flicker of fear in those void black eyes. She was absorbed, like all the others. And the city changed. The mirror shimmered with new images, moments of human brilliance, not just trauma. A child planting a tree. A medic saving a wounded enemy. A mother holding her newborn under starlight. The statues cracked and fell away. The bodies inside, long since gone, finally released. I stayed. I couldn't leave, not yet. I became the keeper of the new archive. Not a monument to sorrow, but a beacon of resilience. I walk these halls now, guiding others, visitors from distant worlds who come to learn what humanity was and what it meant to